Buenas, buenas, and welcome to a special edition of Milky and the Bean. As always, your host, Milky, and myself, the Bean. And what's going on here? Hey.
Hey there, lad. What do you know? What is this contraption we got going on here?
Who is this here? Who do I have? Where's Milky?
I don't know where Milky is. He must have had a whale of a time on St. Patty's Day.
Ooh.
He might have a case of the fear, if you know what I mean.
Alrighty.
But I brought my name tag. Patty McGroin is here.
Patty
filling in for the old Milky boy.
Patty McGroin.
Yes, but you can call me Pat for short.
All right, and you can call me Shenanigans O'Brien.
Shenanigans. I love you, shenanigan.
If you guys could tell, this is the St. Patrick's edition of Milky and the Bean.
Oh, the Patty's Day.
Yes.
Love me some patties.
Some cool facts, some stories, traditions, the nasty beer you drink that's Coors Light, but they just turned green.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Ooh. Don't get me started on that there, lad.
So for myself, I will tell you, I don't really celebrate St. Patty's. I probably did it once or twice on 4th Avenue, and you guys know how that goes. So I'm going to be honest. You're probably going to hear about 20% of Bean today and 80% of Mr.
Patty
Pat
McGroin. Get a name
McGroin.
Right there, lad, before I have to give you two minutes.
Ooh. All right. Well, Patty, let's get it started.
What would you want to know?
I want to know the history of St. Patty's.
A bit of history there, do you? Well, do you know what St. Patty's Day really stems from there?
First of all, I need some subtitles because I don't understand you.
Subtitles? You want me explaining what I got?
Explain.
Okay, well, let me explain.
Some explaining.
Let me go ahead and tip up the old hat. So, as far as the history of St. Patty's Day, did you know that there is actually a St. Patrick that came to the land of Ire back in the 5th century, if you will? Mm-hmm. What else do you know about that?
I don't know much about that.
Did you know that he was a slave, kidnapped, learned Christianity, and then brought it back to the land of Ire?
I did not know that.
You did not? Well, I'll tell you. Back in the year 461. That is not 1461. That is not 4061. That is 461. Way back. Beyond anything you might already know.
Anything?
Anything. Just so you know that St. Patrick brought Christianity down to the land. Brought a bunch of churches. And he also made sure that he solidified one hell of a holiday.
Did he bring the leprechaun?
I find that mildly offensive. He did not bring the leprechaun. Do you know when the first St. Patty's Day was actually celebrated?
The first St. Patty's Day was celebrated in April.
April? You're chinking.
I'm guessing.
Your arseways on that one there, lad. It's always on March 17th. Always. Like Easter is the first Sunday.
Was that a trick question?
No. I just wanted to know how up your ass you are.
Did you know the originally St. Patty's Day, the color was not green, it was blue?
I will go ahead and take you on that one. I'm not sure of that one, but I know that it's a fearful color to you wear the color orange. Do you know why?
Why?
Because them damn Protestants, they wear the color orange.
You have a little bit of orange.
Very offensive to my family.
You have orange on you right now.
A bit of speck, just a wee speck.
It doesn't matter. Orange is orange.
The green it is.
So,
back to what we were saying.
All right, go on.
Actual St. Patty's Day was actually celebrated in 1601. There's always a parade because the townsfolk would come down the streets to celebrate such a day. Mm-hmm, quite a party. Mm-hmm. everybody would get schnockered and be wrecked the next
Schnockered?
day. Schnockered. They'd have too many shoulders of pints of Guinness and any other spirits they could get. People would always have to.
Are you a fan of Guinness?
I am not a fan of Guinness.
You're not. I love it.
Personally, I'm not a fan of Guinness.
Wow.
I am definitely the
Wow.
fan of the Son of Jamie, though.
Okay, that's fine.
You're
I'm
wetting
talking
your
about
whistle on a Son of Jamie.
Guinness. Guinness, the beautiful beer.
What do you know about Guinness?
I love Guinness. I drink Guinness all the time.
The only
And for you-
way I can have me a pint of Guinness is if I have some chips next to it.
I'll just say, if you have a Guinness, you probably have it as a black and tan.
Possibly. Not sure what a black and tan is, though. Why don't you
You don't
explain
know
that
black
to
and?
me?
Are you serious? You don't know what a black and tan is?
What's a black and tan?
So a beer is, so normally you'll get like, say, half Guinness and then half of a lager,
Oh, yeah.
and then when you drink it, it's ooh, yeah. What
Sounds
about
like
what
you'd
about
be
what,
wasting
okay?
a beer after that one.
What about an Irish car bomb?
Of course. We always take car
Ooh.
bombs.
Don't you hate it when you just like you drop it and then you don't drink it right away and you just see it curdle?
Well, that's
Uh,
just
uh.
that's just blasphemy. I don't know why you'd ever do it. Why aren't you just constantly drinking? Speaking of drinking, don't mind me. Just a wee bit of the old cough medicine, if you will.
Ooh, I still don't understand anything you're saying.
Don't worry about it. I'm hoping the fans won't either.
All right, I want to hear. I know for a fact you love to celebrate St. Patty's Day.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to hear a story of 4th Avenue St. Patty's Day. I want you to give the story. I want people to know what St. Patty's Day means to you.
Listen, the day of the St. Patrick's. I love it so much, so near and dear to the heart. Such a queer of a time. Oh, I hear the wee lads in the back.
The wee babies in the.
Oh, yeah. This is not a story for the children's, though. We're going to have to make sure that they don't have the ears in the air. However, our very first St. Patty's Day, as you know, we had a roommate whom you might be familiar with. She's a wee lass, but she packs a lot of fire. However, we definitely got wrecked. We had a whale of a time, to the point where we couldn't even find the jacks. The jacks would be the pisser. We got completely arseways, and we all took our sweet time getting home separately. The problem is, we had a frightful case of the fear. Couldn't remember half the night. That was me favorite story, or one of the favorite stories of Top Tree for sure. Do you remember the Top Tree for sure?
Oh, yes, I
Ooh.
do.
That is the origins of the Top Tree for sure. Good thing that we didn't get the guards called on us, because it was definitely quite a time. We could have definitely used some minerals, if you know what I mean. Some soda, as you Americans call it. However, it was quite a cold night, so we could definitely have used a jumper. You would call that a sweater. However, once we got home, the shenanigans began. And the rest is history, if you know what I mean.
All right, all I got from that story was you went out, you had a roommate, you got drunk, and you were separate.
Sure, look it. Do I need to tell you the story word for word? Do I need to break it down in American for you?
Mr. Patty McGroin.
McGroin, get it right
McGroin.
before I give you a tune to kiss her.
I don't understand you, sir. I don't understand you.
It's not my fault. Maybe you should learn something. Do I need to go back and get Milky? What is the word here?
I need. Yes, I need Milky, or I need some subtitles, or I need someone in the background going, "Hey, this guy's saying."
If you know anything about the Irish, we're hard to understand. The problem is, you got to be drunk first. Get you a pint of whiskey or a pint of Guinness, and let's get on the same level.
Maybe.
Oh, the crickets are killing me.
All right.
Do you have any stories there, Bean? Do you have any stories that you can facilitate?
Honestly, I have maybe one St. Patty's Day crazy story. Or not crazy story, but all I remember is if everyone knows here's in Tucson, we got 4th Avenue. There's a lot of different bars. Back in the day, it used to be, what was it? O'Malley's. What was right behind O'Malley's? It used to be, it's right next to the Wreck. What was it called?
Twas the wreck.
The Wreck. What was right next to it is, I can't,
Haven't
all
been
y'all
there
are
in
probably
donkeys
shaking your
years.
hand.
Been
I hate
too many years.
it's been a while, man. I don't do 4th Avenue no more. O'Malley's, and then I don't know what was the name of it. Just tell me, what's the name?
I don't remember.
You don't remember it either? Oh my god, it's gonna drive me crazy.
So many nights of the Case of the Fear, man.
Do you know what I'm talking
Blacking
about, though?
out is the
Please,
thing to do.
if you guys know the name of the bar I'm talking about, it's right next to the Wreck, and it used to be all one bar.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments, please, because it's driving me nuts.
He's got a dose of the old forgets.
Yes. Well, anyways, there's the Hut, there's Shay's.
That dose is going round.
Some friends and I parked, and we got there around 8 o'clock, and it was packed. I'll tell you, every place was about $30 to get in, and about 2 hours wait in line.
St. Patty's Day on 4th Avenue is always a whale of a time.
Yep. And we get to the shortest line, which is the Hut, which is not really my favorite place because it smells the way like if you ever wonder what a hangover smells like, just go to the Hut.
Sounds like a fret. Sounds like quite a fret.
Ugh. And we get in line and we get all the way close to the line, and we realize one of my friends has to pee and she forgot her wallet. So not only can we go inside, but we have to go back to the car to get all that stuff.
Sounds like your night had quite an ending.
Yes. Well, okay, I'm not there yet. So we get there. We finally go back, get in line again, another 2 hours. We finally get in there, and it's about, I want to say 12:05. We go to the bar.
Hours of the morning there.
There's 3 of us, right? There's 3 of us. And when we get to the bar, I say, can we have 3 Irish car bombs? Each. Each. And luckily the bartender was like, all right, you got to hurry. So we slammed 3 of those each. After that, I don't remember anything. Long story short,
you had a case of the fear, did you?
I got a ride home, and I had to work the next day. And after that, that's the last St. Patty's Day I have ever celebrated.
Well, it sounds like we got to get you back on the horse there, lad.
Oh, I can't do 4th Avenue. I can't go out no more, man. I'm a dad now.
4th Ave when you have Pat McGroin.
I don't want, dude.
No one needs the 4th Ave.
I feel like if I hang out with Patty McGroin, I'm not going to understand anything he says.
Well, I'll tell you, or you'll understand everything. See, the
everything.
problem
Okay, you're going to have
Irish ears. The tings, like things.
Okay, hold on, wait, Patty. You're going from Irish to Jamaican.
No, there's no Jamaican here.
Because you're Jamaican but crazy right now, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I guess maybe then you need to take off your funny hat and pipe down a bit.
And this is the only thing green I own.
Well, I'm sure you have a gringo lying around there. Oh, what you know about that?
Ooh.
Oh,
That's my friend Milky. He's on the other side.
hey. He's probably in the shanty right now. Who knows?
Oh my god. What about like food?
Oh, well, you know, there's always the hash. Got the corned beef and cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you always got to celebrate with a good old pint.
Oh my god. So I went to this it was an Irish pub in, where was I at? I think I was in Mississippi.
There's no such thing as an Irish pub in Mississippi.
It was a good pub, man. I had this deep fried egg. I had shepherd's pie.
Ooh, the shepherd's pie.
And it was all bland.
It was bland.
But the Guinness was amazing.
Well,
so good.
It's always good for the lads.
So good.
Oh, you just got to pick your poison. Some people like the Guinness. They like to chew their beer, chew their pint.
Guinness. If you're a real beer drinker, give me that thumbs up. Give me that like if you like Guinness. If you like watery Coors Light that turns green beer, I don't know. Give me a thumbs down. I don't care.
No one likes to chew their beer there, lad. Well,
If you're a real beer drinker,
I'll tell you. I mean, there's so many different things that you can eat on St. Patty's Day, but the real thing that I personally like to feed my family is the old corned beef and cabbage. Can't go wrong with that. Definitely.
I don't think I've ever had corned beef and
Oh
cabbage.
well, then sounds like we need to go ahead and make you a plate. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll go ahead and make you a plate.
You need to make me some like jerk chicken or something because
I'm not
you
Jamaican.
sounded Jamaican.
There's no Jamaican here.
Okay,
It's a
please in the
musical
comments,
language.
guys.
There's peaks and
He
valleys.
sounds Jamaican.
No. Yaman is Jamaican. This is not Jamaican. We're thinking over here. Very sharp. We got to go up and down. Up and down.
Okay. So we'll talk about the food then. But I got a question for you. Do they celebrate St. Patrick's Day where you're from?
Of course they celebrate St. Patty's Day in the land of Ire.
Is it
What are you
really
thinking?
a holiday?
Correct. We celebrate the day that the Christianity came to the land.
I just want to make sure because, like, say for instance, Cinco de Mayo.
This
right?
is not that. The stupid traditions that you Americans have. We don't celebrate as hard as you do because we're drinking every day. We're drunk all the time. The point is, you Americans like to celebrate things on your own time, whereas we are celebrating as if it was almost an Independence Day. It's almost like an Easter, if you will. It's kind of like, oh, it's a nice day to get drunk, but I have something to get drunk over. So that's what we do. It's an excuse, man. But at the same time, we make sure we keep with the traditions. If you don't, then what you celebrating? What are you thinking? I mean, you celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I believe it's on the 5th of May, correct?
I do not celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, but you have a beer, don't you?
I know. I mean, once in a blue moon, but I do not celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And we're going to talk about that when it comes later because that drives me nuts, but that's a whole nother episode.
Well, but like we've said, there's all these stupid traditions that you Americans have. Okay? My heritage is from Ireland. I might be Irish American, but the point is, I celebrate St. Patty's Day for different reasons than you think. The reasons I celebrate St. Patty's Day is because it's an opportunity to celebrate the way the Irish get drunk and not you fair Mexicans.
Wow. I can't wait till we get to Mexican Independence Day.
I mean, I believe that's in what, September 16th. That's quite a few dog years away.
We're gonna have my good friend Pedro Salvado come and teach you some lessons,
Please,
on Mexican Independence Day.
always open for the history of your people.
Oh man, what else do you have to say about St. Patty's Day? I feel like I don't have a lot because I don't celebrate it.
Well, that's
All
the
I know is
problem. You got to open up your mind. You got to open up your heart. It's a very big thing. You got to be. What's the word I'm looking for? What is it that you Americans call it? Where you're doing everything. It's not spontaneous, but you're open to everything. You don't discriminate. That's a great word. You don't discriminate per culture. You don't discriminate per race. You have an excuse to drink and you take it. That's
all right. Okay. I think this is opening up a door, and maybe Pat, I'm sure that Milky wants you to talk about something, and I want you to talk about spilled milk. But for you, I want to call it spilled Guinness.
Ooh, yeah. Laddie, I love it when you talk dirty to me. The spilled Guinness. Okay, allow me to dive in. The biggest issue Pat himself has is just what we were talking about. And I'll keep it brief. If you crazy Americans need an excuse to get drunk, then you need to go to Ireland. We don't need excuses. The weather is on the fritz. It's such fierce weather. The only thing you can do is drink to keep warm. I mean, you can't put on enough sweaters, as you Americans would call it. But listen, if if the only thing you get from St. Patty's Day is the fact that Christianity was spreading around, then that's fine. We're okay with that. Don't just use it for another excuse to drink like the stupid holiday of Cinco de Mayo, which I don't even know why it started. But at least St. Patty's Day has quite a history behind it. It's forgive me for saying, but you quite celebrate a few different slavery holidays, and you try to make sure that you include everyone. Well, we Irish, we were slaves too. We had the potatoes, and there was a famine. We had nothing, not a thing. So we come here looking for the land of prosperity, and all we got was shackles. We were right next to the brethren in the fields, and we were thought of just as bad. So please celebrate the Irish when you get a chance, and talk as much like an Irishman as you possibly can, especially on March 17th, because it's a day to celebrate Christianity, religion, saviors. That's all I got for you.
Spilled Guinness.
Spilled Guinness for you.
Wow. Wowee, sorry, Bob. Okay.
So I got another question for you there, Bean.
All right.
Is there any other things you think about when you got a pint of Guinness in your hand and you're thinking about the leprechauns? Do you know why you pinch someone if they're not wearing green?
No, I don't know. Why?
Because the leprechauns can't see green. So if you're wearing green, you're invisible. But if you're not, then they'll pinch you, because that's what they do.
So do you have to be in all green or just like a small patch of green?
Well, I guess that's just how you interpret it. I prefer as much green as I possibly can get on my body. But if you're only wearing a stupid hat like you have, at least there's a part of you that can't be seen by the leprechauns.
Hey, at least I'm wearing something green.
I mean, I guess
give me that.
I guess I can give you
that.
I mean, I know for you wearing the green is as rare as hen's teeth. But I'm thinking to myself, at least on St. Patty's Day, have yourself some hash or some cabbage or a potato or something. What you gonna eat? What you eating? What you eating?
Tacos?
Don't tell me the tacos. You can't have no tacos on March 17th. We don't even know what the damn taco is. You can have a shepherd's pie. You can have anything. You know, another thing, and I think this might be something you might like. The Pie Day is just 3 days before St. Patty's Day. And I find that ironic. You know why?
Why?
Because you like to prep for your parties and your nights out. So you have all the pie on 3/14. 3 days. What you think? You think I got something there? No? By the silence I get, I'm thinking you don't think. I don't think.
I feel bad. I don't have a lot to say about St. Patty's, man.
Well, that's just arse. That is just shenanigans.
That's just fucking great. That's just
as you Americans would say, that's bullshit. Shit of the bull.
Listen here, motherfucker.
Motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
You motherfuckers.
So what time did you usually get, like, when you were just a wee lad and it's your first Guinness that you had, how late was you out? Were you out to wee hours in the morning? Half to 6? What were you at?
Nah, probably like 2:30.
Did you ever get the case of the fear where you couldn't remember shit?
Man, that's going back when I was way, way young, but I didn't know. It's been, dude, when you're a dad, you don't remember that stuff.
That's just disappointing. Well, you asked for a story. I got one more story for you.
All right, one more story. All right.
I had me wife, and we were out on the town, and this was after post story I told before. It was one of my most fondest memories because we got her so schnockered, so belligerent, she couldn't even make it to the jacks. That would be the bathroom, as you would call it. And I'll tell you, She fell asleep on the floor. I was so damn proud. I brought her a blanket because I knew she was going to be cold. And I know she's listening. And if she is, she knows that this story is true as me heart beats.
Wait, first of all, you didn't pick her up and take her to the bed. You just left her there on the floor.
For what? It's not a real St. Patty's Day if you don't wake up or you don't know where you are. If you're not in the hen house, then you don't know where you are. You got to have one of those Patty's Days where it's just like you were in Ireland and you didn't know what the hell was going on. I see you got that hat there. It says 1989. Any significance to that?
It's the year I was born.
Oh, just a wee whippersnapper.
What? I just want to know if anyone has St. Patty stories, please share them. I feel bad, to be honest. You could say it. I know nothing. I had nothing to say. St. Patty's Days, nada. Not a damn thing.
Do you have any
I
other...
don't celebrate it, but I celebrate it. Like, I'll tell you one thing I do want to learn. I want to learn how to play the bagpipes.
Oh, the bagpipes. Now, there's two different types of bagpipes. Just so you know. Another nugget of knowledge for you. Did you know that there is a Scottish bagpipe and then there's an Irish bagpipe?
No, what's the difference?
Well, the best way I can explain it to you is the Scottish bagpipes are much more drawn out, and the Irish bagpipes are much sharper, where you can dance to it and you have a little bit of hop in your step. So
like one's a cumbia and one's a corrido.
I don't know what you're talking about there, lad, but I will go with you if you think it's that way.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I might have a little bit of a inkling of what you're talking about.
If we didn't mention anything, please let us know in the comments. What do you like to do on St. Patty's Day? What do you like to eat? What do you like to drink? Do you like Guinness? Please put them in the comments.
Just one other thing before we get to your favorite time of the show. Okay. Did you see what Chicago did to the river and what they have done? They've been doing it for years. But do you see what green? They did? Do you know how much dye that must take? That's a lot of leprechaun blood you got in there.
Wait, so if that's leprechaun blood, can they not see themselves?
I don't know. You know how your blood in pumping in your body is one color before the oxygen hits it? But I'm guessing their blood is orange inside. And then when you give them the old whack and you lop off their head, it spews out green.
Wow. Too much information right there.
Well, we know that it's the happiest time of the show. It's the frijol of the day.
Yes, it is. The frijol of the day. Finally, I have something to say. Hey, do gun manuals have a troubleshooting section?
I'm sure they do. But do they shoot straight? Do you shoot just straight?
Hey, what do you call a cow with no legs?
A steak?
Ground beef.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call it? What do you call a cow with two legs?
Don't know.
Lean ground beef.
Oh, lean beef you got there. Oh, that's quite the lean beef.
What do you call a bull that plays with himself? Beef stroking off.
That is too much for me there, lad.
You don't get
it? It would say on that one, I'm going to be out.
You know, I was outside the other day and I saw two snails fighting. They were slugging it out.
This guy. You got to have to wrap it up at some point. You're going on a rant there.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to throw a shout out real quick to thank you everyone again for always commenting, liking, subscribing. I want to give a shout out to Bobo and Orlando. Honestly, probably one of our two of our top fans. I appreciate you guys always sharing our episodes, commenting, liking, subscribing. We love you guys. Just give a big shout out. Thank you to everyone else. Please, again, this episode, it's all about this dude right here.
Patty McGroin.
Patty McGroin. I had no anything, but when it comes closer to Cinco de Mayo, but Mexican Independence Day, it's to get down.
If it's to get down. Out and you catch me might give me pot of gold.
First of all, cochino.
Oh, how dare ya?
All right, guys. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And like always, Patty, get us out.
Bye.
Bye.